Hello, so I told you, I was gonna make another video. My first video was uploading right now, so why the fuck am I outside? Because I felt like it. It's the only place I felt like I could get some privacy, other than my room, which my room isn't the best place to film, so I decided to film near over here, because I can. Bet my leg looks like it's floating up in midair right now, too. Can you see it? Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. I have my leg on the swing, so... There's a swing set over here, because... But this is still, like, the best place to film, really. Anyways, I told you I was gonna rant on how bands have sort of become... brands! And I want to swear a lot with this video, that's why. That's a lot of the reason I came out here. Because, I mean, like, look, you know, most people I see that wear Nirvana shirts at school, wherever you, or work, or whatever you go to, you know, they don't know Nirvana. It's a thing. They just wear it because it's mostly a brand anymore. And I think it's a little ironic because Kurt Cobain never wanted to be a brand. He wanted his music to be art. And people aren't really appreciating Kurt Cobain or Nirvana, in that matter, as a band or art or music. You know, people look more, you know, like when people look at Kurt Cobain, most people think, oh, he blew his head off, which, you know, he did more than that, you know. It's kind of sad that people will remember, you know, him for that when that's exactly what he didn't want to be remembered for. And also, you know, I can see Kurt Cobain, like, protesting at Hot Topic. You know, with the Nirvana shirts. And speaking of Hot Topic, because Hot Topic has become a emo thing, I think record companies are getting really ridiculous sometimes, because they're promoting bands as emo, really. It's the record companies that are throwing out this term, you know, trying to umbrella this. It's sort of like almost like today's glam metal. Today's version of glam metal, except, for one, most of these bands that are titled under emo aren't really, most of the time they aren't, like, about, like, the hair and the stuff, you know. Which, I mean, and, yeah, you can look into all the sort of differences and similarities, but you see where I'm getting to, you know, it's this umbrella. They're umbrelling these bands, which aren't necessarily bad, under this thing, you know, where, you know, you have to have an emo sort of hairstyle. You have to have an emo sort of clothing, you know. Unfortunately, it is dying out a bit, you know. A lot of the bands are changing their style. Some of them are getting, like, side cuts, some of them are cutting their hair, some of them are dressing differently, which is pretty cool, I think, because, you know, you're not living under this label, which, whatever, you know. Yeah, I know, I have what you probably would call emo hair, you know. Well, fuck you. I like my hair sometimes. Maybe not now. Maybe it's good, I'm not sure, I don't care, that's not what I'm here for right now. And to be honest, emo, legitimate emo, which, let me check how much space I got left. Woohoo, I got enough space. Sorry I had to do that. Let me angle this camera a bit more towards, like, this. Okay. Legitimate emo isn't bad, really. It's legitimate emo, if you look it up. sort of realistically died in the 90s, you could argue. It's dead. Because legitimate emo was heartfelt, was more heartfelt lyrics, heartfelt vocals. You know, it was like, they kind of had a bit whiny vocals, sure. It was really good though still, and it was a lot more instrumentals. That's kind of why, if you look at interview with Gerard Way when he talks about the whole emo thing, when they started out, they were not ever anything but emo. And people label My Chemical Romance as emo now, which is really fucking ridiculous. But because My Chemical Romance, if you listen to them, they're more of that sing-along kind of band. They're not really that poetic, really. They kind of are, but kind of aren't. They're kind of, and they're kind of, they vary, and I mean, not like emo poetic. They're more in their own style poetic, actually. And, you know, they didn't even look emo, because emo look back then was, like glasses and nerdy, it was like nerdy sweater, certain, like, sweaters, and, you know, it was nerds, basically. And nowadays, it's something else, really. Evidently, it's like, you know, really catchy things. And so, please do everyone a favor. If you call yourself emo and you don't listen to legitimate emo, then stop. You're just in your own category. Stop labeling yourself anyway. The moment you label yourself, you're putting yourself in a fucking box. You know? Oh, I'm so punk rock, I'm so metal, I'm not gonna listen to anything else. You know, that's really fucking boring. I just like rock, so I like rock. I listen to everything from Zeppelin to Rolling Stones to My Chemical Romance to Falling in Reverse to, you know, Metallica to Slayer. I listen to all of those bands. And they're all really good. Because that's what I listen to. I'm a huge variety person, you know? I don't put myself in a box and go like, you know, I'm not going to listen to this band because my friend thinks they're faggots, you know? But you should stop using the word faggots anyway, because you're only offending gay people. You're not making a point. You're not calling, if you think someone acts like a pansy, then call them a pansy. Don't call them a faggot, okay? Anyway, because I'm not gonna, you know, do that because, you know, my friend doesn't like them or, you know, whatnot. So, just listen to whatever you want. Don't care what anyone else thinks, you know? That's what I do. Live a happy life. Don't label yourself. You're just putting a box around yourself. And that's it. Peace.